just a part of our constitution, but a foundation of how a country works every single day. Before I begin, I want you to imagine a country where all the decisions are taken by a single authority. Can you guess the system? Yes, you guessed that right. It's the unitary system. For example, Sri Lanka continues to be the unitary system until now. In such a type of system, there is only one level of government and the subunits are not independent. They completely subordinate to the central government. The central government has a power to issue orders on these subunits and they must follow them. But is this the only way a government can function? No, right? In contrast to the unitary system, there is another type of system which is followed in many countries including India. Federal system is a system of government in which the power is divided between the central authority and its constituent units like states. Usually, a federal system has two levels of government, the union government and the state government. In the federal system, the central government cannot simply order the state government because each level of government has its own powers and they are independent of each other. However, in a vast country like India, running the entire nation with only those two levels is not enough because our states are large as the whole countries in Europe. So there arises a strong need to share the power within the states. India introduced a third type of government which is called as the local government. So we have understood why India created the third type of government. Now, when power is taken away from the central and state government and are given to the local government, it is called as decentralization. So the next question naturally arises. Do we really need decentralization? Or is it necessary to divide the powers between the local bodies when we already have the central and state government? Well, there are large number of problems which are better settled at the local level. The need for decentralization is well recognized in our Indian constitution. This is why we have panchayats in villages and municipalities in urban areas. For example, Thoothukudi is a municipal corporation. Under the leadership of mayor, we have several ward councillors who look after each area like sanitation, local development and water supply. Until this point, the local government was directly under the control of the state government, which limited their powers. To overcome this limitation, our Indian constitution was amended in 1992. This gave the local government a more authority and a clearer role in the Indian federal system. To conclude, federalism is not just a political system, it is a soul to the diverse country like India. It is the idea that no matter how different our languages, traditions and religions may be, every region has a place, every community has a voice and every citizen has a role to play. It is this cooperation and mutual respect that keeps the vast country like India running with stability and unity.